Hello and welcome to the energy read for the week of August 25th to the 31st, 2025. I'll talk about the astrology like I always do, run through that really quickly, and then go through the cards. I pulled a couple already, so we'll just dive right in. There's a lot going on with Venus this week. So let's talk about Venus really quick. Venus, the god of love and beauty, represents in our lives that love, beauty. It represents sugar, sweets. It can represent our values, the way we take care of ourselves, the women in our lives, all of these things. And there is so much going on with Venus this week. I'm looking at my notes up here. On Monday the 25th, Venus moves into Leo and comes into a trine with Saturn, which makes me think about us getting really clear on values. And it's fire, so maybe there's just like this desire to revamp some boundaries, revamp or like re-examine how we are working into, feeling into our relationships. A lot of health stuff, related stuff is coming in at this time. And that's mostly because we're in Virgo season, and Virgo reminds me of our health. I pulled a health card for us today. I'm excited to talk about that. And the day after, so Tuesday the 26th, that same Venus in Leo trines Neptune, which is like dreamy and lovely and a little bit confusing and could be really passionate and like fall head over heels or kind of like romanticizing something or someone. So let's be mindful of that. The day after, the 27th, on Wednesday, Venus then opposes Pluto and has us examining like, wait, after it's had these interactions with Saturn and Neptune, like what's beneath all this? You know, like, are my values mine because it's conditioning? Is my relationship still serving me? What's my relationship with women like? I'm curious to see what happens. We don't have anything else major happening in the sky until Sunday when Mercury is trining Chiron. And that makes me think of us talking about healing. It makes me think of talking about our wounds. I wonder if this looks like maybe you're being a part of a group that is talking about why we do the things we do, why we're thinking the things we think. And also, for whatever reason, the astrology of this upcoming week is making me think about a lot of evaluation. That's what I'll say. A lot of evaluation. And for better or for worse, the cards are indicating that it could be evaluation, a lot of like mental evaluation. And here's why I say that. So the energy of the week, we've got the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And to me, these are two very different cards, even though they're both in the same suit. The Sword suit, which talks about our thinking, our ideas, our communications, how we interact with others. So with the Page coming out first, the energy I get from this is this young, immature being wielding a sword. He's in motion. It seems a little sloppy. There's a lot of birds behind him. It makes me think of, I just get this like image in my mind of the birds coming down and just like, which are maybe don't necessarily indicate conflict, but it's making me think of a lot of stuff coming in. And this Page, which could be you, which could be someone else, is trying to like wield the sword against discernment. This sword this week, especially because it's two court cards, makes me think of discernment. So this Page is immature. He doesn't really know how to wield a sword, and he's trying to defend himself from all the information coming in. And the Queen of Swords is an invitation for us to come to maybe all the information that's coming in. Pause. Look at her. She's not in motion like the Page. she's seated. And there's only one bird. To me, saying she was able to discern what was the most important, and maybe that's like one thing at a time coming in. And then being able to interact seems like another swords card. Being able to interact with that thought, that idea, that communication, and then being able to like release a well-formed thought, maybe. And also, look at all the clouds in the swords cards. This makes me think again that this week, so from August 25th to the 31st, it might be swirly. A lot of things moving around. But the Queen of Swords invites us to like come above the cloudiness, come above the confusion, to get a different perspective of all the things that might be swirling around in your week this week. For oracle cards, we've got privilege and mindfulness. And the privilege card wanted to be next to the Page of Swords. And the words that come through is check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, be really mindful with the things that you're saying. Check your privilege. Remember, be mindful of the gifts available to you and the opportunities available to you that might not be available to other people. And also with the mindfulness card, I get a lot about, there's just like so much feminine symbology in here. Just like the triple goddess down here. The pentacle makes me think about like the areas that opportunities might come in, of our being mindful of our stability, like even if we're feeling unstable, like mentally, because again, we're talking about the realm of the swords. And also the mindfulness card with the Queen of Swords. The message is wait, that I'm hearing is like, wait for clarity before you react. And because there's so much Venusian things going on, like there's so much happening in the world of Venus this week, there is an element of needing to evaluate what feels true for us and communicating that. Finally, I asked for a health-related message for this week, and we got exercise is key. And this card says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating me and guiding me to an exercise program that fits my schedule, interests, and budget. I love that this includes, thanking the guides for bringing in like exercise or movement that is in alignment with where you are now. Like, look how joyful this person is engaging and tending to their body. And maybe that is the key to this week, or that's something to be really mindful of, is with all this like stuff moving in the mental realm, this like cloudiness, is perhaps we work through some of the mental clutter with movement, intentional movement, one that fills us with joy. And create a ritual around it. And through that, a habit could be formed that is more long lasting than just this week. So again, a lot of Venusian energy that will be navigating this final week of August. And as we close out, we're almost entering fall. Being really mindful of ourselves, our words, our privileges, our values, how we're connecting with others, and how that's changing at this time. Good luck as you come through this final phase of August, and I will see you on the other side.